Hey y'all, Bud Rednauer with New Haven. I recently stumbled upon this Facebook page called Dinosaurs Against Christians, and I thought this was a joke page, but apparently people really do believe that Christians believe dinosaur fossils were put in the ground by the devil to lure Christians away from the Bible. And I thought, I'm gonna comment. And then I thought, nah, I'm not going to argue with these idiots. Instead, I'm going to give you all 3 questions that are often asked about dinosaurs in the Bible. So let's get started. Number 1, the first question that's often asked is, are dinosaurs mentioned in the Bible? Yes. But remember that it wasn't until the year 1841 that the word dinosaur was actually invented by Sir Richard Owen, which actually means terrible lizard. So before that, they actually used the word dragon to describe a dinosaur. In fact, we can find old dictionaries from the 1890s that don't even have the word dinosaur in them. So the actual word dinosaur wouldn't be mentioned in your Bible, but neither would iPhone, and that exists. Okay, so then are dragons mentioned in the Bible? 34 times. Now, I admit that not all of them are used in the sense of the animal, but the most obvious description of a dragon or dinosaur would be in the book of Job, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold Behemoth, which I made as I made you. He eats grass like an ox. Now, God wouldn't have told Job to behold Behemoth if Behemoth wasn't around for him to behold. So obviously he was still alive with him. And if you go on to read the following verses, it's obvious that what he's describing, according to most people, is that he's describing a brachiosaurus. And then in chapter 41, verse 1, comes Leviathan, which I don't have time to get into right now. So, question number 2. Another common question is, would Noah have taken dinosaurs on the ark? Absolutely. Why wouldn't he? You mean you're going to have huge, dangerous dinosaurs just hanging out with other animals on the ark? No. Noah was around 600 years old when the ark was built. At 600 years old, you're probably going to be experienced enough and smart enough to figure out that it's probably best to take the small, young ones. Wouldn't it make sense for him just to make it easy on himself and take the small ones, the babies? It would have been way easier just to take dinosaur eggs than take the full-grown dinosaurs. So yeah, he would have taken dinosaurs on the ark. All right, so question number 3. What happened to the dinosaurs? Okay, well, hear me out on this. 2 things. Even though Noah would have taken the dinosaurs on the ark with him, the flood still affected the dinosaurs in a major way because the flood affected everything in a major way. According to Genesis chapter 1, verse 6, there was a canopy of water above the atmosphere that made it feel like you're living in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. The air would have been more concentrated with pure oxygen. There would have been an extra level of protection against UV rays. I mean, the climate just would have been perfect for not just reptiles to grow large, but everything. Then that canopy of water above the atmosphere caved in, contributed to the flood, and then we see after that lifespans actually decreased and they grew shorter and shorter. I mean, Adam himself lived to be 930 years old, but then after the flood we see how they were cut short down to like 200, 100, and then today 70 to 80 year life expectancy. And I think that these larger dinosaurs just couldn't survive in this new climate. So climate change. And then 2, we don't have to overthink this. I think it's simpler than most people realize. In 2021, the global population is over 7 billion. 200 years ago, 1800, the global population was just 1 billion. 200 years before that, it was 500 million people. My point is that it wasn't that long ago that a lot of the world was still unexplored and uninhabited. Now, as the population of people after the flood begins to incline, the population of ferocious and dangerous animals is going to decline. For land, for hunting, as people just begin to move in. Take us here in Michigan as an example. It's rare to see a cougar or a puma or a mountain lion around here in Michigan, but we do rarely see them. You think 400 or 500 years ago, cougars or bears weren't more evident around here? Absolutely. But what happened? People begin to move in, settle here, build here, and then now we rarely ever see a big cat or a bear. So to sum up what happened to the dinosaurs, number 1, that big canopy of water above the atmosphere in Genesis 1 caved in, contributing to the flood, resulting in an environment that made it difficult for large reptiles to survive. And 2, simply put, human population grew and they were killed off. Now, I know this goes against the grain and against your secular school books, but I wouldn't post something on the internet if I wasn't confident that I could defend it. So I love talking about this stuff. So if you have any more questions, and you can reach me here at newhavenbc.com, facebook.com/newhavenbc, and for more videos like this or our Sunday services, check us out on YouTube.